Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to our session that is Startup Success Story. Starting your own business or venture is like a roller coaster. There could be very lows or highs. Highs could be very high or lows could be very lows. Every turn you take is another twist. You have to be very strong, keep your stomach tight, and ride along with your rider coaster that you have started. Friends, today we have with us Mr. Ravi Shankar Tiwari ji, who will share his roller coaster experience during our session. He is postgraduate in computer science. He has successfully completed course on entrepreneurship and new venture creation from Indian Institute of Management, Kojiko. Mr. Ravi Shankar Tiwari ji is born and brought up in Varanasi. This city is also known for Center of Education and Culture from ancient time. He started his career with NIT Limited and Indian MNCs, working in software and education fields. Later, he switched to CMS Info System Private Limited and American MNCs in 2010. In CMS, he was taking care of North region. My pleasure again to welcome great personality, entrepreneur, founder, Mr. Ravi ji. Ravi ji, welcome.
Thank you, Pravinji, for having me on this very beautiful platform where we can learn so much and we can share our experience also.
Yeah, you are welcome. And here I start with asking you, what unseen opportunity did you see in this field?
Yeah, actually, the way you have shared about me, like I was there in IT platform only. There is a company, CMS Info Systems Private Limited. What they do money refilling in ATMs. They take care of service of different banks, whether it is a government bank or private bank. They only take care of, the servers and desktop, everything. Entire networking will be was by these people only. Apart from that, they do money. Whenever you want money from any this ATM, you use cards, na? Debit cards, credit cards. So the personalization also is done by the CMS only. Now, the thing is, when I was working there, I got with so many BTech people. They were joining us as a network engineer or desktop engineer. Now, the thing is that when they come for interview, this is a general thing. You go across sectors, you'll find that they are not having good leadership skills. They are not having good communication skills. Even they are not having good this academics. They are just mugging up the things before one day of the exam. That is a big problem. Even Mr. Narayan Murthy, in one of his speech, he shared that the people who are joining us, the students who are joining us, they are not up to mark. So that was a big question, and why these questions are arising, that we have to see. So I was just doing my digging on that, and I find out the problem is with our primary education system. The way we are, what we are doing right now, that is the biggest part who is playing for this story. And the same story is getting repeated in higher educations also. We are doing just data transfer, students are mugging up the things and they are writing the exams, so they don't know anything. They are having so many problems, and that is the reason they are not having right attitude, they are not having right required skills. So I thought ki I'll do something in this field and I'll try to showcase the right education system so that other people will also implement the same and we will get good resources for our industry.
So, Raviji, when you start, when you think that you start this, school, so what challenges you face initially and how you overcome? So, if you can share a few challenges and how you overcome it.
Actually, if you go and when you start any school, na, people are having their own minds. uh, things in their minds. You know, a school means they will do this, they will do that. There are a specific limit, there is a specific area. They think about that only. Even the people who are joining that school as a teacher, they know I have to go into the class and I have to just complete my subject. So that mindset is the biggest problem. That mindset is biggest problem. People want marks. The parents want marks. If their child are getting marks, good marks, they will be happy. They are not going to see actually what improvement is there month by month on that in this particular child. So they are just looking for marks, and after that they are looking for money. Now what is happening? These students, they are not able to do anything new. They are just doing, they're just copying and they are just pasting. So same thing is there with employees also. So once you are trying to showcase the right education system where people can learn by doing things by themselves or by sharing it with their colleagues, a lot of training is required for teachers. Until unless they are having that vision in their mind, they will not be able to execute. So that was the, you know, biggest challenge to break that dilemma which is there in the this group of teachers.
So what,
That
how
height,
you
yeah.
are coming up over these challenges? What uniqueness you are providing?
Honestly speaking, we if you see our this, you know, academics, what is happening right now and what was happening earlier, teachers were giving knowledge through books or copies. Okay. Then this smart classes came into picture, and teacher, what they do, they go in a class, they just press a button and entire thing will come in the format of video, and people will say कि your kid will learn a lot if he is or she is watching it as a video. Then this internet came into picture, and now different kind of companies are there. For example, Byju's is there, they are selling their own product. Okay. But at the end of the day, what is happening? It is all about data transfer. But if we want to learn something, you know, if we want to learn something in very right way, what is the best way? The best way is, if I do something, if I want to learn how to make tea, if I'm making tea, obviously I will learn in the best way. Secondly, once I have learned how to prepare tea, I have to teach it to others by making tea. Okay. Once I am repeating again, obviously whatever the contents which the specific knowledge what I am missing, I will get to know and I can cope up with that. So that is what we are doing, number one. Number two, if you talk about education system, the biggest problem is why we learn, why we take education. We say education makes character, but nowadays people are not focusing into that. Even schools are moving how to get good marks. That is the big dilemma. You know, they are giving picture of the students who are getting good marks. What about character? What about morals? What about behavior? That is the major part. You must be able to take right decisions in your life once you are getting right education. You must have the caliber to bounce back if you are getting fail in your life. But no school is teaching that. And in MBA classes also, there are theories. So we are doing all these things through activities, you know. And apart from this, if you see, even some students are getting good marks and getting good jobs, their focus is coming to money only. They are becoming money centric. Whenever they are listening something, they will say yes sir, no sir, and they just want to earn money. They are not thinking about even their parents. Money is the primary part for them. But we are human beings, we have to take care of society. So how this feeling will come? That is the reason we talk about coexistence with society, coexistence with nature. So we, there are so many activities. I would like to invite you at our school. You see, and even you can go and go through the details which are there on website. There are so many activities what we do in our school. Our students only take care of entire school. They take care of pet section, they take care of our this kitchen garden. They take, if any guest is coming, they take care of them. They even take classes for other students. So more you do, more you practice, more you teach, more you learn. That is the funda behind.
Recently, when I was talking with you, you shared some innovation type of things are also going over there in your school. So what is that process?
Very
Can you?
true, very
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Please share. Please share.
Praveenji, actually the thing is, the one more biggest challenge what we are facing right now, whenever we are teaching any technology, once these people will go in real life after 10 to 15 years, 18 some 80 to 90% of different job profiles which are there right now, they are going to be vanished. New technologies will be there. So if you want to survive in that future, what are the requirements? It is innovation, it is creativity, it is the entrepreneurship. You must have that kind of mindset. So what we do, even we have an innovation day in our school. So first time when we started this, there is a Rai Sahab. He was dean of law faculty in BHU.
Okay.
He was our chief guest for that. When he came to us, he asked me, Tiwari ji, you just tell me one thing. Why you are not talking about different projects? Why you are talking about innovation day with these students where they don't know how to make right projects? So I just replied him, sir, I know they cannot make something very new, okay, but if we are planting right seeds at right time, obviously in future they will be able to make new things. They must be aware of what are the problems and what will be the solutions of those problems. Then only he can make or she can make something new. So that understanding has to be there, and that seed has to be planted in this age. Otherwise there will be problem. You see, you take example of a guy who has done BTech and you ask him to start something, doing something new. They feel something, they are going in a uncomfortable zone. Their comfort zone is, I will do a job, I will take money, that's it. So that plantation has to be done at right time. So that is the reason we talk about innovation days. We talk about the future, technologies. Even I'll share one more thing. We have parliamentary system in our school. We don't have student working as a monitors, class monitors. Now these members who are there, MPMLAs, they have a monthly meeting in our school where principal sir will be there, one teacher will be there, and all these students will be there. They discuss about two things. Number one, they took one challenge of this world, of this society. They talk about the root cause, and after that, they try to find out the solution of that problem. That has to be the way. If you want to make something new, that has to be way. That behavior has to be there from starting. Secondly, they talk about the issues of school itself, so that they can have a solution. Why there is a requirement of parents? They are coming and they are saying to you, ki, this is the problem in your school. No, the student needs to talk about that. So transparency will be there, and they will be more looking towards solution instead of looking towards problem. So all this behavior, all this paradigm has to be set in childhood itself.
This is great, Raviji. I can say in school days itself, you are, generating the job creator instead of job seekers. Students will have that mindset. Yeah, I can remember one quote from Dhirubhai Ambani. He shared, "Someone will hire you to help build there." So you are working on a very great project, I can say. Raviji, I will ask you one thing. How you managed during the lockdown?
It was a very big challenge, but anyway, I was having this corporate experience with me. So I can remember it was March 2020. So when this lockdown came into picture, I asked my teachers ki we will have online classes. So they were having a worry like anything. Even my principal, he also told me that this is not possible. So we have planned, at that time we had planned, different training sessions. I took that training, and after that they started taking this online sessions. And I can proudly say that we took one of in best way, the online classes in best way, because other schools were just sharing the different files, videos, and all those things, and we were taking it in very good manner. So that was the thing. And after, apart from that, the kind of services we have given, somewhere it has helped a lot. It has helped a lot. Last year also we have increased our students. First year obviously there was a big problem, but second year and this year also we have increased our students because of this kind of services what we have given.
Raviji, can you share what is your marketing plan or how you are able to, manage competitions?
For that, what I'm doing, I'm just using different digital marketing tools. Number one. Number two, we are going in some 3 kilometer area and we are just talking about what we want. We are sharing our goals. Otherwise, it is very tough. People are having just two kind of mindset. Either number one, they have their own brand. I know this is school, I will go into this school. That's it. Then there is a second kind of people, they are looking for exact amount of money. Yes, I want a school of this much of amount only. But they are not thinking about when they are going to select a school, they must select a school who can nurture their children in right manner. So that is the biggest, thing what parents has to take care of. So we are trying to aware the society about that. You take admission.
Eh?
And honestly speaking, the problems what these schools were facing during this COVID, it was because of somewhere they have done wrong things also in past. That is the reason. Otherwise, a respect has to be there towards the school. Okay, yes, I have to give fees also. Why? Because my teachers are there. But that mindset was not there. Why? Because somewhere something was missing. You see, if you go in a school and you want to meet, want to go in the classes or you want to meet the students, they don't allow. Why? What are the things that you are hiding? So my saying is, choose a school which is doing right nurturing for your children, but by keeping in mind what will require after 20 years or what will require after 15 years. According to that, if they are doing that right nurturing, because in coming time it will be about global citizens, global leaders, so you have to nurture in that way.
Raviji, when you start this, entrepreneur, when you become entrepreneur, before this, have you done any feasibility study, or you directly shift from your professional life to any immediately start this school? How you manage these things? Any feasibility study have you done?
We took 1 year, in understanding what are the skills which are required, because it is very easy to say we want to improve leadership skills, we want to improve communication skills, we want to give right behavior in our students, but it is very tough to decide what activities will you do to implement that. That is the biggest challenge. Okay, so we took first year, we took our R&D into that part. We just find out what are the activities that we will have in our school for a specific mindset, and we aligned all those things, and then we have started our school, because that is very needed. That is very needed. I'll give you one small example. Nowadays, every parent, they complain about my child, he likes pizza, he likes burger only, he likes junk food only. But the question is why? Because he or she is watching the different ads of pizza, burger everywhere. What decision we took for that? We decided we will have kitchen garden. Our students will go in this kitchen garden, they will take care of entire kitchen garden. Even we ask them, you put something, some vegetables at your place, and whenever you come with having that ingredients in your vegetable, what you're coming with. So they have a relation with this green vegetables now, and they are liking this. So somewhere you have to, I'll give you one more example. Now, whenever we are teaching, whenever we teach, we ask our students, you go and you just share about all these things to your parents. Now, once our students are going, you know what they are going to tell first? They tell first what they have learned in Japanese language. Why? Because they know my parents don't know Japanese. But due to this activity, they are having a hobby to sharing what they have learned in their school. And obviously, this is required in future also. In corporate, you see, the biggest problem is people are going for only cost cutting and firing the people. So what is the solution? We have to look for how to scale our business and how will we see. So those things are required.
Okay, Raviji, Ganesh has raised the hand. Ganesh, can you please unmute and share your question?
Raviji, yes, I agree with thing. Now you started in Varanasi. So how you will be spreading the school across India? What is your plan for that? So because if you make it in one place, how you can able to pass this particular education system? So what kind of recognition you are getting it from a different education body? Because when you make something, someone has to give some recognition. So whether this system is good or bad or whatever it is. So how you are going to get that? How you are going to maintain the same when you spread across global?
Thank you, Ganeshji, for asking this question. Uh, JICA team has visited twice our school, you know, by seeing the education quality. Even Japan Foundation has visited our school. We were called in IIT BHU when they got to know about our school. So, you know, it is spreading out. It is spreading out the kind of education we are giving. Even we have become the part of Learning Planet, which is a global, you know, it is run through. There is a Learning Planet Institute, which is there in Paris, and UNESCO. They jointly have started this organization, Learning Planet, which is there across world. It is there in 183 countries. We have become the part of that organization, and now we will share our experiences with across schools across schools which are across the world, and we will learn also from them. So we are going in right things. There are more global forums where we are going to join due to our and they are taking us due to our you know, the educational system what we have. Apart from this, what we are thinking, maybe after 1 year or 2 years, we will start looking for like-minded people. We will give training about this education system, and we will ask them to implement the concepts what we are doing, so that we will be able to grab it on large scale. Because if we are doing something good with just 20 or 50 people, this is not going to help entire world. It has to be done in mass level. That we will do. So we have started the work. The outcome is coming now, and after that we will go and we will talk with others to follow it.
Raviji, I have one small query. Can you share your views how you hire initial employees? As a new venture, employees are not reluctant to join new venture. So how you manage?
Honestly speaking, when we started, I was the lone guy who was working there. Then my brother was there. One or two friends were there who were giving, you know, time to us. Uh, you cannot start, you know, giving salaries from you know, early days. So after 1 year, we hired some people, and when we hired people, I was honestly speaking checking for the mindset whether they are ready to learn something new or not. If they are going to run the things in the same way what they were doing in other schools, then there will be a problem. So when I hired my principal, I look for that particular thing. What I want, he must be able to develop those things. So he must have, you know, vigor to learn the things. He must be ready to implement new ideas. He must be ready to give a next kind of education system which is not happening right now. So we were having we were looking for those people, and After that, what we are doing, we are giving trainings time to time to these people so that they are achieving the same goal what we are having.
Vishay, you have raised the hand. Can you please unmute and share your question?
Yeah. Hi Raviji, hi all. Vishal this side. Actually, a few queries raising in mind. First of all, I just want to know, might be you answered the same, but I joined 5 minutes late, so I might miss these things. So I just want to know, first thing is whether the school year open, is this a NPO or is this a entrepreneur with the profit orientation organization, Miss?
Actually, we are having an NGO, Bharati Shakshik Samiti. So this school is running under that only. So it is for non-profit.
Okay, so basically they are into the Section 8. You are planning to run something like that.
Yeah, we are running under NGO only. We are having NGO, Bharati
Okay.
Shakshik Samiti.
So coming to
So
another,
it is not for profit. It is not for profit. It is a charitable task.
Okay. Now coming to another question, like you said, you want to inculcate the seeds from the childhood and early stage itself, and you want to nurture in such a way that the product is different from what we are seeing in today's world. So I just want to know, like, are you doing anything in the curriculum itself? That are you changing something into the curriculum, or what's the innovations you are putting for doing this nurturing and all?
Both things are there. We are having different activities. If you want to learn something, a set of activities you have to do. For example, if you want good health, you have to do specific exercises. Okay, so we have set different activities what we are implementing. Apart from that, in our curriculum also we are changing the different things. For example, if I talk about this technology part and Japanese language, we are taking help of Japanese people itself. There is a volunteer which is coming from JICA. They will come to our school from November and they will take care of these things. So we are changing in our curriculum also, and we are having specific activities also to change their mindset, to change their behavior.
I guess I will elaborate my question more on this, and you can give especially over there. It's like, let's take an example of class 6 student. Okay, so we have to teach from class 6 to class 10th, let's say, right? We have this target section. Now for the class 6 student, there is already curriculum defined by CBSE, state boards, and ICSE and all. So I'm just saying that, are we doing something innovative here, or we are adding some another stuff apart from this?
I'll give you one example. I believe that will help you in understanding this. Yeah. Starting from class 3 itself, what we are doing, let's say curriculum is there from NCERT.
Raviji, this would be the last question for this session.
Yeah. I'll just wind up in 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah. So let's say there is a specific chapter in science or SST. Okay. Now, what is happening in other schools? They are just talking about that chapter, or they are just showing the videos. That's it, and they are giving the answer of the questions which are given in that particular chapter. But in our school, what we are doing, we share with the students that this is the segment what we are going to learn tomorrow. So we will ask some questions about that particular subject, so that they will have curiosity about that particular topic. They will go at their place. They will learn those content. Whatever hard words are there, they will find it out from dictionary. That habit we are giving from class 2nd itself, searching words from dictionary. Now, next day when they are coming, what is happening in our school from class 3 itself, people are sitting in groups. Every group has 6 students. One will be leader and rest 5 will work as a team member. Now what they do, they discuss this content with each other. Once they have discussed, now teacher will call one person and he or she will explain about that content. If they are getting failed, they will take help of their colleagues who are there in the same group. If they are not able to get the help, then they will take help from other groups. After that, if still there is some problem, then only teacher will come into picture as a facilitator. That's it. Once they will finish up the lesson, what will happen? They will find out the answer. It is not like that teachers are writing all the answers on a green board or they are giving the answer using some video. No, students are finding out the answers, and then teachers checks which answer is best. Then if polishing work is needed, they will do, and these students will learn how to get right answer. This is one
Like
example.
with peers and all, means they find out the answer by self, and then after that they come to the teacher.
So content is the same, but the working is different.
Okay.
The working is different. Yeah, it is totally different. It is totally different. It is not something new. We were doing some 1,000 years back where we were having gurukuls. So we are just trying to showcase the right education system, nothing else.
Okay.
Thank you, Ravi, and thank you all participants to join this startup talk show. In the end, I would like to share one quote from Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Thank you, and thank you everyone for joining this session. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thanks, Ravi. Thanks all.